In the first scene of movie, we see Riney who is talking with her mom's agent. Agent was telling her that records are not selling. Even radio is not giving them enough money.
Your mom has not made any new song in last 3 years. Agent says, now we can't help you.
The family was facing financial issues.
Riney's dad was thinking about selling the house for Mawati's treatment. They were spending money for her treatment, but Mawati's condition was getting worse. Riney's mom rings the bell that Riney hears. Her mom was very scared. At night, Riney's second brother gives some money to his father.
Actually, he sells his bike.
Bondi was very upset because someone tells him that whenever last family member of dead person walks 40 steps away from Thompson, dead person awakes again for few minutes.
The members of this family never pray.
One day when Tony combs her mom's hair, then suddenly window opens by itself.
After this, his mom looks at him in very strange way. Tony gets scared.
At night, Riney sees her dad who is talking with her mom.
That night, Riney sees a dream in which she sees a white lady in her mom's room. She watches a graveyard from the window. Riney was thinking that this is her mom. But after some minutes, she hears her mom's bell.
When she goes to her mom's room, then she gets very surprised to see that lady.
She was laughing.
She was looking exactly like her mom. Her skin color was white. Now, Riney gets up. She was very scared because of that dream. Now, she hears her mom's bell in real. When she comes then, she sees that her mom is standing near the window. Suddenly, she falls on ground and dies in front of Riney.
All the family members weep a lot.
Next day, they all attend the funeral of their mom. After funeral, when all were coming back to their home, then Bondi stops at 39th. Stevie says to Riney that if I will take the next step, then mom will awake for some time. Riney tries to understand him and takes him with her to home. After this, many villagers come to their home for pray. Bondi was very scared because graveyard was opposite to their home. His dad tries to comfort him. Now, Riney's dad tells Riney and his grandson that he is going out of town for a few days. You have to look after the house and children. They both get very worried because they had no any mobile phone for emergency. Now, we see that Bondi was not sleeping because of fear. He sees a man from his window who was standing in the graveyard. A man was searching something with the help of torch.
Now Tony hears the sound of bell ringing of her mom.
When he goes to check this, he gets very surprised to see the bell because it was ringing in mid-air. When Tony sees it, it falls down.
Tony gets very scared and runs from the room.
One day, Riney sees an image on the wall of a lady.
During playing, Bondi also sees a white lady on his toy. Ian was playing hide and seek with Grandma, who was on wheelchair. She was looking very happy. Next night, Tony hears his mom's voice that was coming out from radio. She was saying that Tony made my hair when he sees the shadow of that white lady. He falls down because of fear.
Suddenly, he feels that his mom's comb is in his hand. But when he switched on the lights, then no one was there.
At midnight, Ian stands in front of a room.
When Bondi sees Ian, then he asks what happened. He tells that mom's portrait is looking strange. When Bondi throws a white curtain on it,
then it hangs in mid-air. Bondi and Ian start shouting.
When Riney comes there, then all the things get normal.
She tries to comfort both. In the next scene of movie, we see that Grandmom is very frightened and she is writing a letter. Tony goes to his mom's grave and puts her bell and comb near her grave.
Now, Hendra, who was the son of USDADG, tells Riney about a strange lady that he sees on the funeral.
She was from any other place.
He also checks the graveyard that night, but there was no any strange thing. He gets very surprised when he sees that white lady again in their home. He says some evil spirit is in this home. He offers Riney that she can stay at his home.
But Riney refuses his offer. Grandma starts walking in the home. She was going somewhere.
After some time, Riney finds her grandma's dead body in a well.
They all attend the funeral of their grandmom. Bondi was very sad due to his grandma's death. Riney sees her grandma's letter that was written for Buddyman.
Riney and Hendra meet with that person. Buddyman tells them that he and her grandma were very close friends. Then she married with his friend. He also tells them that her grandma was not agree for her dad's marriage with her mom.
Their relation was not strong because her mother was feeling difficulty in conceiving. Grandma prayed Satan for children. During sleeping, Bondi tries to kill Ian. At midnight, Ian hears a sound as soon as he opens the door.
He gets very scared by seeing a black hand with long fingernails.
He tries to run from there but fails. Actually, Grandma was behind the door.
He hides from his grandma and sleeps. Next day, they see an article. They also see the photo album of their mom.
According to the article,
They were the members of the cult.
In that cult, whenever a child becomes of 7, then living dead arrives to take that child with them.
But when the family of that child allow them, then they can take the child.
Rainey was not believing on this.
When Rainey gives breakfast to Ian, then Grandma's chair moves.
Rainey sees her grandma's picture on front glass who was crying.
Now she also gets scared.
USDADG checks each and every part of the house and tells them that there is an evil spirit.
He gives them advice that they should pray to Allah.
When Rainey was ready to pray, then she again sees the white lady. Ian and Bondi were sleeping in the other room. Suddenly, their room's door opens.
Ian again sees his dead grandma in very strange condition who is looking at Bondi. After some time, she sees Ian. Because of that, Ian sleeps in fear. When Rainey prays, then a white zombie lady tries to scare her. When Rainey completes her prayer, then white lady attacks on her. Rainey runs to USDADG's house for saving her life.
Buddyman calls Hendra.
He says Rainey and Hendra for meeting with him.
But Rainey does not meet with Buddyman. Only Hendra goes to meet with him. Buddyman gives him a new article. He whispers something in Hendra's ear.
When Hendra was coming back, then on the way he dies because of accident.
Hendra's body was brought by villagers to village. All the villagers attend the funeral of Hendra.
Now their dad comes back.
Rainey tells him each and everything.
He gets very surprised after listening his mom's death.
Rainey asks from him that what did he say to MOM in the last meeting with her.
He says he told her that children are very upset because of her health issue. Suddenly Tony shouts, help. Ian was locked in bathroom. When they open the door, they see some zombie-like creature who is holding Ian into well. His dad jumps and save him. Now cult members come there and lock all the doors. Now Dad prays to spirits of Milwaukee and Grandma.
He thinks that all of this is happening only because of him. When Dad shouts on cult members, then they go from there by throwing something around the house.
Next day, when they were ready to leave village, they planned Ian's birthday party at midnight. Their taxi was coming at PM. In the evening, USDADG comes at their home.
Rainey was walking around the house.
During this, she sees many red seeds there.
Time becomes 10:3. A taxi does not come. Today, USDADG was staying with them.
Now suddenly, all the lights gets off. Now they see that white lady is going into their dad's room. Now Dad also sees that white lady who was sleeping with him. He gets scared and runs to his children's room.
After midnight, Ian starts to speak when Bondi asks, with whom you are talking? Then he says, I am talking to my friends. Bondi sees living dead white zombies Swo was standing outside the window. Now many zombies come there and kill USDADG. Hendra zombie also comes there. Some other zombies take Ian outside. Ian asked his dad to come outside the home. Actually, Ian was Devil's son.
That's why, after his birth, Milwaukee's health was upset.
Tony tries to take his dad inside. Now they all see Grandma's ghost who is stopping the other creatures from killing them.
She just wants to kill Ian because she knows that he was the son of Devil. Now Buddyman comes there and tries to save their lives. He says that Ian is not their child, so it's better to forget him. He takes them away from there in his car.
Now after 1 year, we see that they were living in an apartment.
Their neighbor brings food for them.
After some time, that lady says to her husband, we should find new victims.
Her husband says, this time, we should take good care of all of them.
Now music plays. They dance. We see a jar there that was full of red seeds.
It shows they were the head of the cult. A map is shown with markings of victims and followers. Here movie ends. If you like this video, then please like and subscribe for watching more videos like this.